Hi guys, this is Keshika and welcome to our channel Amethyst Awakening. Now today we are doing a pick a card reading. We have 3 decks, so you have to select one deck, okay? Each deck represents a group. So we have group number 1, which is the Before Tarot deck. We have group number 2, which is the Light Seers Tarot deck. And we have group number 3, which is the Good Tarot deck. The topic for today's video, as you must have already read in the title, is who should you listen to? And if you're wondering why you have to listen to this person, because it is in your best interest and you need to listen to this, okay? So this is what you need to listen to and who's telling you this. So it's who should you listen to and what are they saying. So quickly close your eyes or keep them open, but like we're gonna do a short meditation, so I like closing my eyes. You can do what you feel like. So close your eyes, focus on yourself, or bring your focus to the center of yourself, wherever you feel your center, and just ask the universe which pile has the message for me. And just see which pile you're getting drawn to, where your eyes are drifting, and open your eyes, and that pile is your pile. If that's not how you function, then you can choose a number. You can also see what deck you're just like, which deck you feel like you like, whatever you're getting drawn to, and that'll be your reading. So just go with your gut, and hopefully today you'll get the message you're probably not listening to. Alright, so see you at the reading. Hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. Let's just dive in straight away. I'm going to fast forward the shuffle today for sure. Hi group number 1, so we're going to begin with your reading. Who should you listen to? This is someone from work, okay? This could be someone from work, or this could be, yeah, this is definitely someone from work who is guiding you. So this could be like your mentor or your guide, or just someone you go for professional advice, okay? What are they saying? You're probably stuck in a job that you don't like, okay? You're either stuck in a role or like a company or a team or whatever. You're stuck in a situation that you don't like. You're probably just there so that you don't have to worry about money, or just you're just like, I've come a long way or whatever. But this person is telling you that this is sort of stopping you from moving ahead, and you might be left behind if you don't take the leap. You might have been asking for, I feel like you might have been praying for a change of role also. You might also have picked up the discussion with someone at work for like a change in your position, for like a promotion, a raise, or just like a change in role or something of that sort. Like for something in the situation to change. If like nothing at your end, then maybe you're praying for your boss to change or your team members to change. It's like there's something over here that is toxic, or that is not healthy, that is not letting you enjoy your work. There is definitely something in your work situation or regarding your career, or something to do with like your work life. So this could mostly seems like a job situation, could be an internship, or maybe it's regarding a career choice or like a university choice for some of you, and some of you are trying to like, maybe you've done like your, I just got an example so very randomly, maybe you've done your engineering and you've done it because like as a kid someone told you that you should do your engineering, and now you're confused if you should go for your masters or if you should probably go for an MBA and change your stream, or maybe you've done law and you're wondering what to do next or whatever. Basically this is you have a current stream or a current job or something you're currently doing, something about it is not working well for you, is unhealthy, and you are probably staying there because you think it is the most rational choice to do, while you're praying for things to just become more favorable in the current scenario. Because also you're someone who is very committed to the goal. You want something more stable, more conventional. You don't really want to venture into something very risky or very unconventional or something like that. Like, you don't like taking a lot of risk, and so you think that things over here are stable and secure, and you'd rather just be here. But if you truly want to enjoy life, then you should focus on your happiness. You should focus on what you need to. Okay, so there are two messages here that I'm getting. One, either in the same job you learn to have fun in the job. Okay, so you learn to, like, I don't know, like taking like cheap thrills in what you're doing. Okay, and like, don't take offense if someone's asking you to inform them about something, then just happily go and do it. You know, whatever you're doing, either you happily do it. If you're working like extra hours or something, you either learn to enjoy working those extra hours knowing that I have to really do it, and stop getting irritated because you know it's like a norm. This is whatever this is, it's going on for a while. It's like a cycle, and you're hoping it's changing, but like it doesn't look like it's changing, and someone is clearly telling you that. So if you want to change this, then you have to take a risk and you have to move out of this. Or else, if you don't want to do that, then you just learn to enjoy this. But there is no point in like hoping things over here will change, because it doesn't look like things over here are gonna change. You really see, you can really have fun at work if you are being your true self. So just be your true self. Stop needing to become someone that someone wants you to become. Maybe like if your manager or your teammates behave or ask you to behave in a certain way that's not in alignment with who you are, or ask you to work at certain time zones, or you know, time frames, or in a certain way that's not suitable, that doesn't vibe with you well, then just be open or just do things your way. You know, no one's really gonna say too much. They're just telling you like you're going their way, or you're following it, and you know it's working well for them. But if you don't follow it also, it's gonna be absolutely fine. And whatever you're doing, just like have fun doing that, or else like change your path, because that's actually gonna take you to like enjoying your life and being independent. Even though you might be earning tons of money over here, you're not really being able to enjoy the money or your life at all in the current situation. And in the fear that you might be left wanting for more, or you might not actually get the right next step, you're actually stopping yourself from moving ahead, and you might be left behind from your peers or from your colleagues, or like from other batchmates. Suppose like you left college and now you're working somewhere, and your other batchmates are actually progressing much faster than you, and you're hoping that you get the same progress, but you're not getting the same growth in your life. That is because maybe they took some risks that you didn't, or maybe that was just their path, and this probably isn't your path. Like, you are stuck in something toxic that you need to come out of. We start with the devil and we end, oh my god, I just noticed this, we end with like the sun and the star. Okay, so it's like all things shiny. It's like so nice. So guys, as someone who is advising you about your career path or choice, it could be someone from work or professional contact maybe, or someone you know, someone you just like look up to for professional guidance, or someone who always has your back when it comes to helping you decide what should be your next career step, and someone who is sort of supporting you in that. That person is showing you the path through which you can be independent and enjoy your life and just, you know, have fun. So listen to them. Listen to them. They wish well for you. Okay? Now, I really hope this helped you on whatever doubt you had with listening to the person. This reading is sort of, you know, urging you to listen to them, have a conversation with them, and make your own informed choice. But don't turn a deaf ear to what they're saying. Just listen to them once, okay? Have that conversation, listen to them, and I really hope you make the right career choice for you. Do let me know if there is anything that you like to share from your experience on how this resonates, or just in general, if there are any topics that you would like me to do a video on, please mention them in the comment section below. I really hope this helped you and brought you some guidance in your career path and life in general. Please like, share, subscribe, and support the channel in any way you can. It really helps grow the channel. And I look forward to seeing you in another video. Until then, bye bye. Hi, group number 2, welcome to your reading. I'm going to fast forward the shuffle, so I will see you on the other side. Okay, group number 2, I am going to or might have to shuffle a little while or once we start the reading, but this is really intense energy that's coming through for you guys, okay? Who should you listen to? Now this person is someone who really cares for you, okay? So this could be like a mother or a sister, or it could be someone who plays the role of a mother in your life. It could also be your girlfriend or just your wife, or someone who has love for you in their heart. Deep down they're caring, and you know, they wish well and they want well for you. At the same time, there's someone who is not always satisfied with you, okay? They're not satisfied with you, and there is something toxic about the relationship. You might feel like they try to control you, and what they say might usually tear your heart apart, or sometimes it has that much power that it could literally like rip your heart apart, and it's just very, very hurtful. It's just very, very hurtful. And the way they say it, it's like, you know, you shut off. Like, I'm not even being able to say, like, when this person says something hurtful, it just hurts you so much that you shut down. You probably close off. This is how your body language gets, and you just take support of pride and arrogance. Wow. The King of Pentacles behind the Queen of Pentacles. You probably immerse yourself in work, or just tell them you're very busy or something like that, to like avoid listening to them. It's someone you are avoiding listening to because what they say hurts. And it could be that it hurts because they show you sides of you that you do not want to see. This person does not intend to hurt you. This person just intends to show you the mirror, and they are showing you the mirror. What are they saying? They're saying, look at yourself. Look at yourself. See what you're doing. And you just feel like shouting and going like, I don't want to shout right now, I'm really controlling, but I feel like shouting because I'm picking up on your energy. And you just want to like drive somewhere or go to like an empty space and just like shout and just release all of that pent up feeling, emotion, whatever. Just release all of that, because it just takes a toll on you and you just keep quiet, and probably your relationship is such, or you're just in a position where you've realized that there's no point telling them anything, or else you just can't tell them anything because you know your relationship is such that you just like this. Maybe if it's your parent or something, there's certain boundaries, and out of respect you might not be saying something, or you just are so hurt that you just don't feel like saying, and you're like, what's the point of saying something? I don't know. But this person is showing you parts of you that you do not want to see, and they are asking you to look in the mirror. They are asking you to look in the mirror. They might be asking you, maybe some of you are going through a heartbreak or breakup. If not a breakup, then you had like a really bad betrayal experience with your friends or something like that, or there's just like terrible hurt in some from some area of your life, and this person is asking you to focus on the light. The person is asking you to look in the mirror and see who you have become. And they might be saying mean and harsh things, but the reason it hurts you the most is, okay, some of them could be saying it with an intent to control you, and maybe their actions and their words are controlling sometimes, but that does not mean you completely shut off to what they're saying, because some of what they're saying at least might be true at some level. You don't need to take it with the same hurt or pain that it's coming, but basically this person is asking you to look at your shadow side and to look at your shadow self. And if you need help doing this, I had done a video on how to address your shadow side, and that's there as a part of the Beer series. I'll keep the playlist linked below and you can just look for the video on the playlist. They're not too many on the playlist, so it's not going to be too much of a find, but you'll find it there, okay? You need to look at your shadow side, and that's what they're saying. They're asking you to find the light, to look at the light, to be good, to be a good person. Now, their definition of good might be different from the actual definition of good, but listen to them and you can align yourself with the actual definition of good. You don't need to like align yourself to what they think is good, but open up your trust in the universe, your faith on people. You have closed yourself off in pain and grief and suffering and hurt. And some of you might be so disheartened to a point that even if someone is giving you something, you're like, oh, what's the point? You know, even if like with this person, when they're saying something, you're like, oh, what's the point of listening to them? What's the point of doing all of this? Like, it's all pointless, you know. This person is trying to create goodness in your life, even though it might not seem like it. And whatever their methods, what they want deep down or what they have for you is genuine care and affection, and they're acting basis that, okay? And some people just have codependency patterns and the behavior is just like that, and it's just toxic because that's how they've been brought up, but they're not wanting to like pass on their trauma or their hurt to you. So group number 2, listen to the person, use your own mind and select what you must listen to out of everything they say. And in your case, it's a little trickier than the other parts because this person has unhealthy patterns and probably their role in your life also. If you listen to them entirely, you might get bound, and maybe you have probably gotten controlled by them at some point of time in your life, and so you're like shutting off to them, but deep down they wish well for you. So instead of just not listening to them at all and being like, what's the point of listening to them because this is what I get, listen to them, use your own mind, logically, rationally think, keep with clear intention, with faith in the universe, and just believe in your wisdom and intellect that you will take what is in alignment with your greatest good, and you will not take the hurt bit of the conversation. I hope this reading, whenever I look at this Three of Swords, I just like, Okay, good news. When I cut open, this is what we got. We got the Nine of Cups. Behind that is the Hangman. I might have become a little soft, so I'm going to increase my volume again because then sometimes people just can't hear. But I got the deck when I was feeling all the emotion from Three of Swords. Three of Swords. I don't know, why can't I say it? So, and instead, what we got is the Nine of Cups, and behind that we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so come out of the grief, focus on logically reasoning and trying to like think your way out of the pain and think your way through what you're saying. Observe yourself and all parts of you, good or bad, toxic or healthy, whatever. Just observe yourself without judgment, without getting attached to it, and focus on what you want and see how you can get there. The reason, sorry. So, group number 2, the reason you're getting stuck is that you're not ready to look at the truth or the reality of the situation. Now, the way this person might be telling you the truth is not the best way and might be very hurtful, or maybe you're just in a lot of hurt, because I can definitely see that, and you might actually becoming numb to it, and some of you are trying to like shut that hurt within you and not experience the pain, but that's not going to take you anywhere. And if you truly want to help yourself and achieve what you wish for, then look at yourself entirely, even the emotions you don't want to feel, even the negative thoughts that you're getting, even the parts of you that you don't like and you reject. You need to look at all of it, because all of it is present and denying it is not going to help you. So I really hope this reading gives you a little courage and the push that you need to actually look at yourself objectively and actually open up to listen to this person, because even though they might have unhealthy patterns and might be a little controlling, and you might be having a power struggle with them, but it is important for you to listen to them when what they're saying is in your benefit. Okay, so focus on listening to everything from a detached perspective and take what helps you and leave the rest. Make a wise choice. You need to focus a little more on your thoughts, because you shut down basically, and if you're going to think, you might be able to open up a little, which is needed. Alright, group number 2, I really hope this helped you. Do support the channel by liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and commenting, and just sharing about it with friends and family, or whoever you think it could help. Why am I fumbling? And please let me know how this resonates. Comment below. I would love to hear from you, and I love to know who my viewers are in general, and get to know you a little. If you have any other ideas for any topics that you like me to do, please let me know, and I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video. Oh yes, and if you're looking for private sessions, then I would be more than honored to look at your situation in detail. My email ID, Instagram and Facebook handles are in the description box below. You can follow me and send me a message or send me a mail, and we can take it from there. So until next time then, bye-bye. Hi group number 3, welcome to your reading. I'm going to fast forward the shuffle so you can watch it and not watch it. Hi group number 3, we're back and we have all your cards. So who do you need to listen to? You, group number 3, need to listen to your own self. You need to listen to yourself you are probably in a state of indecision about something, or you find it difficult to decide in general in life, or in whatever situation this is, you are not being able to reach a decision, or you feel you're not being able to reach a decision, and you're trying to look for external support for it in all probability. You don't know how you will get out of it, or maybe you have some idea of how you'll get out of it, but you're not sure if it's going to work. And that's the situation we're talking about, and in that situation you need to listen to yourself. Now there might be different parts of you. There are, like, we all have an ego self and a true self and a shadow self and stuff like that. So we all have different sides of us, and different sides of us say different things. And maybe you're stuck in a limbo because you don't understand which side of you should listen to, and you are inclined towards the right side. You are inclined towards the side that will take you towards treasure, okay? That will take you towards what you want. But for that, you have to let go of something from the past, or something you've been traveling in, or something you've been journeying in so far, or just some way of being in life. Cool. So now the good thing, or you might wonder why you're at this reading if you just have to listen to yourself. You're at this reading because we're also going to tell you what are they saying. So what is this part of you that you're not listening to that you need to listen to? And I would like to point out that you need to listen to them, and that means you need to keep your ears open and listen to that perspective of yourself. And that does not mean you have to agree with that perspective, but you have to listen to that perspective of yourself, because you may be not listening. There's a lot of thinking going on. There's a lot of thinking, and maybe you're trying to think with your heart. And maybe you think you don't have the wisdom you need, or something of that sort. You're trying to think with your heart, and you're not sure you're wise enough when it comes with making this decision. You're not sure you will make the right decision, okay? You have really been waiting. You have been waiting patiently. You have been holding your heart and beating. I think there's a lot of emphasis on, like, your heart in general, because maybe this is about something that is very dear to you and close to you. You're not talking about it to anyone, whatever this is. Okay. What this side of you is saying that is that this side of you is actually asking you, are you making the right decision? Do you think you have the wisdom you need? Do you think you have the information you need? Do you think you have waited enough to gather the information you need, or to have clarity? Have you waited enough to get clarity? You might be making a decision based on assumption. So this side of you is telling you, are you sure you want to assume? The reason you are in a state of indecision is maybe because you're trying to make a decision out of assumption. So this side of you is really nudging you and telling you that, are you sure this is the right thing to do? Are you sure you have all the information you need to make the right decision? If you don't have all the information you need to make the right decision, ask. Ask whoever you can. Ask if you can to gather the information. Don't ask for an answer, but ask for the information you need. Now, some information and some clarity comes with time. So this side of you is asking you, do you think you have waited long enough to get the clarity? Maybe you just need to wait it out a little for the clarity, and you are actually rushing into the decision. By waiting, I don't mean stopping your life. By waiting, I mean Maybe it is not time to make this decision. Maybe right now it does not matter if you make the decision, and you can continue with your life. And when there is time to make the decision, you will make the decision. Or that time you will be urged to make the decision. And that is what the side of you is trying to tell you. The side of you is again asking you, do you think you are stable enough in terms of, do you think your desires and your passion to get it now is driving you at a speed you shouldn't be going at? You know, and that's what I mean by saying, are you stable enough? Right now is like, is your drive or your urge to get the answer or to reach a decision creating instability in your thinking process, in your decision making process, in your wisdom? And is that need or urge to get it now sort of preventing you from gathering all the information you need, because you feel that you can make a decision based on whatever rough data you have? To reach treasure, a journey has to be completed. Okay, to reach the end of the journey, you have to know the route. You should know where to turn right, where to turn left, what to do. The information is required. Either you ask someone, how do I get there, right? Or else you probably wait for your phone to get better signal so that Google Maps can drive you to the place and show you the destination, if you're getting what I mean. What this side of you is essentially telling you is what this side of you is, I just say half sentences and then I just like get stuck and then I don't know what I said grammatically, and then it just, and I don't like, anyway, it's not about me, it's about you. But what this side of you is essentially telling you is that to not make decisions, or try to not make decisions, and try to not get caught up in your own assumptions. Your own assumptions are creating this web around you, this trap around you, and you really can't find your way out. The way out is actually seeking clarity by asking questions, gathering data, gathering information, being present, keeping your eyes and ears open, and waiting for the information to arrive at the time when it will. Sometimes a situation requires clarity from another person. Now, the only time that can come is when they get clarity. And in that case, you don't need to make a decision right now. Like, it's not needed to make a decision based on assumptions in most cases. And even if you're making a decision based on assumptions, and that is a choice that you can make, before that, make sure that you have asked yourself these questions: that do I have all the information I need? Is there any way I can gather it? Have I waited long enough to get the clarity, and like, do I think this is a wise decision, or am I rushing into it? Do I think I am in making this decision from a very balanced place, without, without being naive basically in thinking, and without being immature? Am I making a mature decision? And if you are satisfied with the answers you get, then you go ahead with that accordingly. Okay, but listen to this side of you, ask yourself these questions, and I really hope this will help you make the right decision. Now, if this reading helped you in some way and resonated, then please do support the channel. It really helps the channel grow, and it really helps me get messages to more people out there. So I would highly appreciate if you would please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, stay in touch, comment and let me know how you found the reading. If you have any other topics that you like me to do, and if you're looking for a private reading to look at whatever your situation is in detail, then I would love to do that for you. You can write me an email or hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. The links to all of them are in the description box below. So I really hope this helped you, and I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video. Until then, bye bye.